What is going on, everybody? Hummus Thunder here, bringing you guys a brand new video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the season 1 content that we got for Modern Warfare. So this is claimed to be the biggest content drop in Call of Duty history because there is over 150 new items for players to earn in this new battle pass. So there's a few points that I want to talk about, so let's not waste any more time and let's get straight into the video. So first off, when you log into the game, you'll see that we've all been reset to level 55 if you were anything higher than that. Basically how it works, every season that starts, you will be reset back to the enlistment rank 55, where you have to re-rank up back up to the max level of 155 if they go by the same levels. When you do that, you unlock the emblems again, and any officer rank that you got while you were doing the grind from the season before will be reflected in your emblems in the following season. So what's more important is the content that we have. There is over 150 new items for players to earn, and that includes both the free and the premium battle stream. I'm saying premium like it's Battlefield, but there is an option to buy the battle pass, and I believe it was 1,000 COD points, but it gets you more premium items, gets you more skins, outfits, camos, charms, things like that. There are 2 new weapons that everyone will get regardless, but to get the operator, you do have to buy the season pass, which I think is kind of stupid in my opinion. You should be able to earn the new operator just by playing the game. I don't think that buying the season pass should get you the character. I think variations of the character should be locked behind for people who purchase the season pass. My first impressions, I think the content in the battle pass is not really worth it. The reason I'm saying that is a lot of it is very minor stuff like skins for weapons. There's things like weapon charms. There's things like paint and spray can, whatever you want to call it. I don't think it's worth spending the money on if you're pinching pennies. If it's like you have to spend on one thing and let's see what you're gonna spend it on, I wouldn't do that. If you do have COD points laying around though, I would get the season pass just because you get the character, you get all the cool stuff that comes with it. To me, just the character alone is worth a few of those dollars, so that's why I got it. I had a COD points left over from Black Ops 4, believe it or not. I never spent them because I knew this is going to happen in this game. So I used those COD points that I had and I spent them on the battle pass. So about the 2 new weapons in the game, I haven't unlocked the RAM yet, but I have unlocked the G36C is what I'm going to call it. I have unlocked that weapon and I am making a video on it as we speak. It definitely is a weird weapon, but it's an ode to Call of Duty 4 back when the G36C was like the gun everyone used, or it was a very popular weapon back in the day. But the new 2 guns are pretty balanced. The Ram 7 is better in my opinion, and you'll see why when I make a video on it. But aside from the 2 weapons, everything else that's weapon related is just cosmetic. It's nothing that's it's nothing that's game changing or game breaking. It's just variants and cosmetics that differ from gun to gun. I think in terms of things like weapons and stuff, they did a pretty good job. Now the one gripe that I have is the map. It's specifically Crash. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I think Crash was a pretty bad idea. I don't know what these developers are thinking when they make all these safe spaces in the map that already played pretty slow back in the older Call of Duties. Crash in this game is literally unplayable. Crash in this game is a map that you want to pop the disc out and throw it halfway across the room because you just played kind of map. Crash in this game is not good. And that's just my opinion. That's facts actually. We're not even gonna call that an opinion because Crash in this game lives in the shadow of Crash back in COD 4 and Remastered. Crash in this game doesn't flow with the guns, doesn't flow with the movement, and when you add more safe spaces, doesn't flow at all. I don't know what the developers are thinking, but Crash is not that good. And the new Ground War map really isn't that good either. A lot of people are saying it's worse than Farmland, which is like okay. The new maps, it's a miss. I'm sorry, Infinity Ward, but it's a miss. The guns and the content in the stream, you redeem yourself there. They're pretty good. You know, I mean, you don't have to pay so much money for it. But when it comes to the maps, I don't know what you guys were thinking or what you were smoking because the maps are not that good. And that's just a mini vent about the map because I used to love Crash playing back on COD 4. In this game, I don't love Crash, and Crash doesn't love me either because the shit that happens in Crash isn't something that happens to someone you love. This is a bad map, but all in all, the battle pass system is pretty good. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's bad. There are some stuff that aren't worth it. For the people who are pinching pennies, it's probably not worth it to you, but for the people who have a little bit of extra money to spend, it's a hell of a lot better than Black Ops 4 system when it initially came out. So I'm only looking forward to see how much more that they progress on this system. Now, just a few bit of stuff we're going to talk about is nerfs and buffs. I know that there were a few guns that they nerfed and a few guns that they buffed. I know the riot shield got a buff. For what reason? The 357 snake shot the gun you see everyone run around with, basically the new 725 with 5 or 6 shots or whatever, that got a nerf. It's really not that big of a difference though. I've noticed that the gun still acts and performs almost identical to the way that it did pre-nerf. I really would like to see M4 nerf come into the game because M4 is still everywhere. I see it all the time, although not as much as when the first game came out, but the M4 is rampant still. But yeah, there really isn't much I could talk about. I just want to make a quick short video, give you guys an update on what the new system included. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to slap a like, comment down below if you bought the battle pass or not, and I'll catch you guys on the next Homicide episode. Peace.